Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to 7 Deadly Sins, Season 1, Episodes 1, 2 and 3. Bear in mind, this is just a trial reaction to the first 3 episodes. So on my Patreon, I'm doing trial reactions at the moment to a lot of animes. So patrons have been requesting animes to me. Only patrons can request animes to me that I can do trial reactions to. So if you really want me to do a trial reaction to something, you can become a patron. Any amount is fine. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. So 7 Deadly Sins. I really like the concept of this. I like the story so far. I like the plot of this. So what happened in these episodes was that in the first episode, Meliodas is the owner of a bar, and he is really short. He looks like a teenager, but I know he's a lot older than that. The way he was referring to Gilthunder, that man, you have grown. Knows. I mean, I knew beforehand that, obviously beforehand, that if he was remembering events from 10 years ago, then surely he's a lot older than he looks. So that's interesting. The 7 Deadly Sins, it seems, I'm not sure, but I think their age is that they can live for longer at least. I don't know if they're immortal. I don't think they're immortal, but I do think that they like live for a very long time and they don't age like humans do, like that fast, that rapidly, which is why Meliodas looks like a child, looks like a teenager. So he did meet Elizabeth. So we saw in the backstory, actually, let's talk about the backstory that happened in the first 5 minutes of episode 1. So the backstory was a scene that happened 10 years ago where the Holy Knights all got brutally murdered, and the 7 Deadly Sins were accused of killing all those Holy Knights. And I think his name was Alione, like he was the one that actually witnessed all the Holy Knights getting killed. So that's so there's a lot of conflict going on between the 7 Deadly Sins and the Holy Knights. 7 Deadly Sins are all in hiding. So that's why Meliodas was in hiding as just an owner of a bar. So he was able to actually disguise himself, to actually go undercover for 10 years straight. So that's actually really impressive that he hasn't been caught for 10 years. But when he met Elizabeth, so Elizabeth is someone who had to escape from a castle, from a home, with her father's permission, because the Holy Knights were like capturing all of them, but her father didn't want her to get captured. So the Holy Knights apparently lied to the whole kingdom that the father got killed, that the father died, that the father died actually, that he just died, he passed away. So that's a lie. He's actually alive, but he's captured by the Holy Knights. So the whole kingdom thinks that the Holy Knights are good people. I mean, it's not black and white. It's not entirely black and white, because I do think both sides have done their own fair share of bad. So that's interesting. Like, I don't like things to be too clear cut with how, oh, these people are totally evil and this group of people are totally good. I like that it's a bit more morally grey from both sides. That's what it seems anyway. I'm just watching the first 3 episodes. Like, so yeah, Gilthunder, he's one of the Holy Knights, and he has a huge vendetta against the 7 Deadly Sins because they brutally murdered his father. Damn, he was stabbed so many times. Like, when we saw that little flashback of the 7 Deadly Sins actually seeing their father, so Gilthunder's father, properly skewered, basically. Like, it was just like, oh man, like, someone so OP must have done that, because like, that's such a brutal death, you know? So the 7 Deadly Sins were accused of killing Gilthunder's dad, Zarathus, I believe his name is, because they were at the scene of the crime. So there was a whole misunderstanding. So Meliodas at the very end told Gilthunder the truth. I believe it is the truth. I don't think Meliodas is lying about that. So Meliodas told him that actually we just saw him killed. Like, we weren't the ones that killed him. We just saw him skewered, you know? So we just saw the aftermath, basically. We just saw his dead body. But they were at the scene of crime, so they were accused. So Elizabeth's goal is to find all the 7 deadly sins, and so far we have seen 2 7 deadly sins in just the first 3 episodes. So Meliodas, he finally revealed himself to be the sin of wrath, and DIANE, or is it DIANE? I believe it's DIANE. They pronounce her name as DIANE. DIANE is this giant girl with pigtails who has the sin of envy. So Meliodas, he had to give up his identity to reveal himself after they were like getting attacked by this Holy Knight. Meliodas is very, very powerful. My problem though with him is that he's such a pervert, and it's not just like a tolerant level of pervert. A tolerant level of pervert is somewhere in Sanji's region, even though I don't like some of the scenes with Sanji I get put off by, but at least him and Brooke are like quite tolerable. But Meliodas, like, he was sexually harassing Elizabeth, and that was actually really pissing me off, how he was groping her breast, and that is really unacceptable. In real life, that will be classified as sexual harassment, and that is sexual harassment. That is totally unacceptable, and that's totally morally wrong. So I was really annoyed when I saw that. I didn't think it would be that bad, but just seeing it, it's just like, it wasn't just that, but he was looking under her skirt as well and touching her bum. He's actually touching them. It's not like Sanji, where he just like, he flirts with them. With Sanji and Brooke, they actually consent it. So what I mean by consent is that he actually like Brooke, for example, he asks girls like, can I see your panties? So he's actually asking if he can do that. He's giving permission for that. He's not like actually like, you know, going out of his way to touch people. You know what I mean? That's why I was so pissed off with Meliodas around that, but I tried my best to contain that because I know you guys don't like it, but that's actually unacceptable. That's not right at all. And I don't like it when Japanese manga and anime in general like to glorify that kind of behavior, because I don't care what Japan's rules are. In Western countries, that is illegal. That is a crime you're committing. You don't touch women like that, especially if it's a stranger. And I was really annoyed with Elizabeth as well. She didn't even say anything. She is totally meek. Like, she is so... Like, she reminded me of Hinata, and I absolutely love Hinata, by the way. I absolutely love Hinata. But even Hinata knows when to say no. Even Hinata can stand up for herself. This girl, I don't know. I'm just basing it on the first 3 episodes. Maybe she does get guts later on, but at the moment she's a bit too meek for my own liking. But, I mean, she's cool. I do like her. I'm not saying that she's a bad character or anything, but when someone is groping your breast or like taking your underwear or touching your bum, you are supposed to say something about that. You are supposed to scold that person. You don't say... The fact that you say nothing just says that, oh, it's totally fine then for men to do that. No, that is not okay, actually. That is not okay to do. So basically, so far, the pig is my favourite character, because the pig is actually really funny. Hawk is really funny. I do like Hawk. Elizabeth is okay. I just wish she would stand up for herself when things get morally wrong, just in general. I did like that she was standing up for Meliodas when he was getting accused by Gilthunder for killing his father. But apart from that, like, she's... Like, if someone does that to you, you need to stand up for yourself. Like, you could at least, like, be like, can you not touch me, please? Like, just say something simple like that, you know? Because that's not right. That really isn't. Anyone in the comment section who says that it's okay for Meliodas to do that, I swear to God, No, that is not how a man should behave towards a woman or anyone. Like, would you like it if someone was like stroking your dick or something? Like, just a random girl from the street was like stroking your dick or like touching you up? No, that's sexual harassment. It goes both ways. So, you know, it's like, it's, I don't understand anime that does that. That was so annoying to see. But apart from that though, I did like the storyline, and I'd be more than happy to watch this in my own time. Um, I have a feeling that if this whole groping thing continues, because I was told actually that there's a lot of groping of the breasts, and like it's not even normal fan service where you just see breasts. It's actually people touching you up, you know, like actual, like even the main character is doing that. So I don't know if other characters do that, but if Meliodas continues to do that kind of behavior, then I'll probably stop watching it. So I'm actually glad that this is just a trial reaction, because I'll just be put off so much if he kept doing that towards Elizabeth and other girls as well, because that's not a normal type of pervert. A normal type of pervert is someone like Sanji or Brooke. Well, not that normal really, but but at least their level is something that I can fairly tolerate. But Meliodas, oh my days, man, that guy needs to stop. That's not cool, man. That really is not cool. And if someone tries to defend Meliodas, I swear I'll just block you, because that is illegal. That is against the law to do something like that. At least in the UK. I don't know. I'm sure US's rules are like that as well. I don't know. I don't care what Japan's rules are. But in my country, that is illegal. That's all I'm saying. Alright. But on the whole though, I'm really interested in the storyline. I do like the fight scenes, and also the characters are pretty cool. I don't like Meliodas that much, but the others, I do like the pig. The pig is funny. I do like the humor in this. Yeah, and I'm looking. If I was to watch this in my own time, I'd like to know what happens next, and also if Gilthunder becomes like the villain, like the main villain, or if he becomes more understanding of the seven deadly sins, because he has a huge vendetta against the seven deadly sins because of this whole misunderstanding that they killed his father. So I don't know if he's going to become even worse later on, or if he's actually going to become more of a good guy, more of an ally towards the seven deadly sins. And also I'd like to know how they're going to, how Meliodas and Elizabeth are going to meet the other the other sins, the other deadly sins. So yeah, that's all I want to say. What do you think of these episodes? What do you think of this anime? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.